Mooch and Crap, to talk about games and no drama smack. Search the web for media ties to catch these ponies in their lives. Look out, here comes Mooch and Crap. Are they bots? Listen up, they have Mountain Dew in their blood. Neo Gas, Xbox Red, Crap's got Tim Dog all over it. Hey there, here comes Mooch and Crap. From a tweet of Phil, Xbox hate will arrive like the Scorpio. Mooch and Crap are just in time. Mooch and Crap, gaming do a Mooch and Crap. YouTube game is their core. They come in, it's reward to them. Xbox is one big hangout. Whenever there's a game out, you'll find Mooch and Crap.
What are you waiting for? The chopper? Here's your high-flying gaming podcast, MNC Mornings.
That was a hell of an intro. Wow.
That's an entrance, folks.
That is, man. Are we divas or what? I mean,
I love it.
Woo, we come in with like a 2-minute intro with the and then we get the Mooch and Crap theme song, and then we get an Arnold intro, and then
the only thing better would be to find out if that mean you were actually playing that guitar riff.
Oh man, don't doubt it. Don't doubt it. That's all I'm saying. Don't doubt that we're not that good. You know what I mean?
That's correct.
Like,
you have no idea of our talents.
Exactly. Yes. We're men of many talents, and we are here. It is live. We're back live with you guys after last week. We took a week off, but we still re-recorded the show, and
that's right.
You know, I thought it was one of our better shows. But some people were like, "Oh man, it's not live." Man,
yeah, if you didn't listen to last week's, go to my channel and check it out after this. I'm telling you right now, it really was. I listened to it, and I've actually gotten people writing me DMs crap. They were like, outstanding show for it not being live. Just outstanding. And you know what I like to say? Apple took the headphone jack out and said #courage. Mooch and Crap and J-Dubs, when we're still not able to do a live show, it's #dedication, folks.
Yes, exactly.
#dedication.
Like, we were like, do we even do anything? Do we not? Do we just put a best of and just put everything together? And then we just decided to come out with we just recorded it a little bit early and then put it up. And I thought, it was a really good show. And, that was just a little bit odd that so many people were kind of disappointed that,
I think they'll all come around. You got to get used to it, folks. Like, even your favorite show on TV. Look at Stranger Things has got a great new campaign ad trailer for their season 2. But in the meantime, we've had to wait a year until the season came out. So here we're giving you nice plugins for even absentee Mooch and Crap episodes. I want to say what's up to everybody in the chat. The chat is alive and well. And shout out to Marion245. He says Mooch and Crap are Batman and Robin, and J-Dubs is their Alfred. I like that. I think.
Hey, J-Dubs, how do you like being Alfred?
That's not a bad thing.
I don't have as much facial hair, but yeah, it's pretty cool, and I don't look good in those, unfortunately.
That's great.
He's Alfred. So how you doing, Jay?
I'm doing all right. It's another gorgeous day in Canada. Happy to see the sun for the 1 week of the summer that we actually get sun.
Yeah.
No, we'd never be able to make a bumper sticker that says another beautiful day in Canada because it wouldn't sell.
To those that didn't know, last week he was in a place where there was no internet at all, and he was like taking pictures that looked like he was on a hunt for Bigfoot or something. It was the funniest stuff. Like,
great.
Did you guys find Bigfoot?
Yeah, no, we didn't find Bigfoot, but I did find a yurt. I don't know if anyone's seen those pictures that I posted on Twitter, but there's a doctor who lives like one field over from my father-in-law, who lives in a giant, basically it's a tent, and he's off the grid and no electricity, and he lives there all summer. He has a home in the city as well, but it's crazy how people want to live down there. As long as you're on the river, you can go and fish for salmon and hunt for deer in the winter. You're all set, especially where that is. But no, it was a good time. It was actually nice to be disconnected for once. And if anyone hasn't done that, I suggest y'all try it once in a while, because it kind of gives you a better perspective on life and lets you.
I think Jay's right. Jay, you're 100% right. But the only thing is that it's almost like you only get a few vacations a year, right? So people actually take those vacations. They'll go out to the woods. They'll go out with their families camping, and they'll say what you said. They'll say, "Boy, I really got an appreciation when I got back." The problem is you just wasted a week using stone and flint to get fire and eat again. It was like we've progressed 200 years, and now we're like, wait a minute, why am I going back to do this? Roughing it can only be fun for 2 days, I think.
I don't really want to rough it and kill things and
kill things.
Like, that's not.
Is that a squirrel crap? Great.
Yes, man. I don't want
make a salad.
Yeah,
awesome.
I don't want to hunt and kill things, man. I don't mind. Well, a lot of people don't know I don't eat red meat or pork or pig meat. So
wow,
yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah,
folks, I'm glad you tuned in this morning. This is Mooch and Crap. This is your life. I did not know that crap, and I'm actually slightly disappointed.
I only
eat
like what I consider to be dumb animals. So it's like chicken and turkey and like fish and stuff. So yeah.
Well, your cholesterol's better than everybody else's. We know that today, folks.
Yeah. Yes. So I mean, not just that. It's just that what happened was, not to get too far off topic of gaming, but I'd rescued a pig once, and they're very intelligent, like dogs. And I was like, how the hell can people eat these? You know what I mean? Like, and then from that moment on, I couldn't. And then
you know what's really intelligent? You know what's more intelligent than a pig? A human being, but a shark doesn't mind eating us. Listen, here's the thing, Crap, all right? You go ahead and make yourself a fucking ham sandwich while we're doing this show on me.
I'm not. No, thanks, man. That's like that sounds gross.
I think a shark ate a professor once.
No, listen. But anyway, you know what? Like, it's interesting because yesterday you were like, "Hey, man, come do a strike. I'm playing some PS4," and I was just like, "Man, I'm not playing PS4, man. Yeah. That's just I'm not."
You know what's worse than the trolls and stuff out there is Crap. Crap's actually worse than all of them. The minute I turn my PS4 on, it strikes out because I go online. I don't care. Everyone can see everything. I don't hide anything. I don't care. And I go on there and I just bang. I put it on there. 2 seconds. 2 seconds, which is funny because you don't get a lot of messages like you do on Xbox One, right?
Yeah.
So like all of a sudden it's like ping, 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 and I'm like, what are these messages? And it's Crap with Pony, Trader, Benedict Arnold.
What's funny is I'm on PS4, so like, but I'm appearing offline.
I love the William Shatner picture, Crap.
Yeah, I know.
Did you get that for free?
I think I paid 99 cents for it. I had 99 cents because if you buy something that's under $5, you have to put $5 in a wallet, which is ridiculous that nobody talks about that.
That's so Sony.
Yeah, it is so Sony, right? Even though Microsoft got all that shit for Microsoft points and how it was anti-consumer and stuff, but if you buy something for under $5 on PSN, you got to put a full $5 in the wallet, and then so I had like 99 cents left over, so I bought that. Plus, it was like always kind of a running joke with me and Hellhammer because he always I was always a Star Trek fan, but I always told him I wasn't. Right? So like he knows that I like Star Wars and stuff like that, but he didn't know that I was like growing up, they used to have reruns of the original Star Trek all the time, and I used to watch it, and I used to think like Captain Kirk was the coolest thing ever. He'd do that cool punch, you know, and then he'd like, you know, like hook up with all these cool alien chicks and stuff, and I just thought that was pretty interesting. So I always wanted to be.
Well, yeah, no, actually, believe it or not, and it's funny. I'm probably going to get I'm going to get tar and feathered right now, but I mean, I would say I'm leaning a little bit more towards the Star Trek world than the Star Wars world. I like Star Wars a lot. Let's just put that out there first and foremost. I've seen every Star Wars probably 10 times, if not 12, which is nothing to Star Wars fans. They've all seen that 10 times in the first weekend in the theater. Yeah. But I'm saying I've seen them all a million times. I don't, I know as much as I could, but for some reason, the Star Trek world, to get real nerdy here, folks, for a second, to me, it had a little bit more of like, you know how we think about our military now? I think that Starfleet is a little bit more like that military. You know, you enlist, you go through this, you go through that, and then you kind of see all these worlds. I thought that was neat growing up. I thought that was a cool aspect. Yeah. Where Star Wars was centered on, that particular, the Luke Skywalker, his family, Darth, the whole thing, and it went on to Anakin, yada, yada, yada. You guys know all the rest. But I thought it was neat because every time you tune into a Star Trek episode, you get a new adventure where Star Wars was, hey, let's open up the family album and see who else can make things move with their mind. You know what I mean? So I thought that was an interesting take on the two.
I like them both. I probably like Star Wars more, but I mean, like, I don't. It's funny because like they have Rogue One on Netflix, and I watched that yesterday. That was only the second time I've seen it, and it's still
Rogue
really
One
good.
is on Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh my god! But we usually have a ring. That was actually the commissioner crap. We gotta go.
We gotta go. Mooch and Crap.
Mooch and Crap out. Yeah. No, I think
was that we got a phone call? What the hell is that?
I don't think that was a phone call. I think that was a Jay's cell phone.
That is the new ringtone that we're using. So all that Patreon money I've put to good use, and I got ourselves a new telephone, a red phone.
Wow, nice.
Red phone.
M&C Mornings, the Bat Line. What's up?
That's so great.
Hello.
I got love for Mooch, but this is for Crap. New question. I heard yesterday you were talking about how the fanboys, their fanboys were getting on to borrow, but our borrow got back. I'd like to hear you comment a little more about that, Crap. And then I got two questions. Another question. who would win in a fight between Jim Ryan and Pactor, Navarra, and Phil Spencer in the UFC?
Ooh, that's an awesome question.
First of all, it would be Phil. Phil, have you seen those guns? Like,
I think Mike's an assassin.
Yeah, like Phil and Mike would tear them up, man. Pactor would be like tapping out within seconds. And his thing was breaking up the first question. What was his question?
I didn't hear the first question. It was broken up.
It was broken up.
That second question was worth every call in that we're going to get today.
I really appreciate that. Like, I would answer the first if you want to type it in the chat or call back. I didn't catch it.
I know for sure that Bill's got some guns on him.
Yeah.
Because he orders my shirts, he orders large.
Hey!
Yeah, there you go. He does. He's got the guns, man.
Nice
that's
plug
what I'm talking
there,
about.
Jay. Nice plug. Jay's like, well, when Phil does order my shirts. Yeah, no, that's great. That was awesome.
Also Dos Equis.
Oh, God.
Hey,
that was a great call.
Yeah, so yeah, you asked me to do a strike on PS4, and I was like,
yeah. Why wouldn't you? See, here's the thing, Crap. The reason I want to do a shout out to Saji Bot. I'm sure he's going to join us if he's not here already. I wanted to get a take on the whole because Capital Foundry did a report, and then Digital Foundry did a report. You gotta like how I always put Capital Foundry first.
Hell yeah.
And the best thing about it was they did say that there is a difference. And I will say this much, folks, okay? So everybody, please do not be alarmed. Everybody, please do not be alarmed. I am going to say to you that the PS4 Pro version does look a little bit better than the Xbox One version. But, and there's a huge comma, but here, okay? And that is, I've said this once, I'll say it a million times. Your investment for $60 is better well spent on the Xbox One because it's going to get the treatment in November. And people are like, Mooch, how do you know? Show me documentation. When did this become a court hearing? I'm just telling you, this is going to happen. Bungie's not going to do the matching of 1080p when the sales market, the marketing research and all that other nonsense was all with Sony last gen for Destiny 1. This is the same situation, folks. They're going to give it the treatment. So I think, and shout out the dealer for saying this too, even if it's just on par with the Pro, it's still going to run faster, smoother, faster load times on the X. So regardless, you're still going to get a better product on the Xbox One X. So if you're going to invest $60, yes, for 60 days out of the 3 years of Destiny 2, you're going to be a little bit less in quality. The minute November 7th kicks in, bang, just like a light switch, you're going to be advanced. So I still think your money's better spent on the X.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that.
Man, the bat phone.
I
mean, we're upgrading.
Ringtone.
Yeah, we're upgrading, but it sounds like we're in the 80s now.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, we went from the 50s to the 80s. That's great.
MNC Mornings, how can we help you?
I feel like someone's going to answer and be like, you don't need roads, Marty. Yeah. Okay, I know. I got it.
Speak my mind early Sunday morning. Hey, man, I was
diggity.
Crossfire the other night. It was great. Great show as usual. But I'll agree with most of the stuff that you guys said. When the whole thing, you guys are talking about the Xbox sales and everything. The sales looking pretty bad right now. But I specifically and vividly remember Crap saying this is going to happen. I remember him saying Xbox probably wouldn't win another NPD until November. I remember that. I don't know if it's because they're getting ass whooped pretty bad or what. I don't know what it is. But I think we don't need to worry right now. It's my opinion. I think we should worry if they don't update these damn kiosks with the X. They got to update that stuff at all the game stores, Best Buy. They got to update that, man. That stuff is ridiculous. I was at Best Buy the other day. They still showing like Forza. No, that's crazy. They do need to update those things. But I think that we're a little worried right now when we shouldn't be. But if they lose November, maybe we should be worried. But really, that's about it, fellas. Peace out.
Good, yeah. good calling. It's rare that people remember when Crapgamer was right. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Like, I said that. Look, we're at a different age and time and era of gaming where people, and I know it's hard to compare it to the phones and stuff like that, but even not comparing it to phones, people buy new TVs every 3 or 4 years. So buying a new console every 3 or 4 years, people are more in the know about technology is the bottom line.
That's right.
So I believe that there are anywhere from 15 to 25 million hardcore gamers that are aware of the Xbox One X, and it could do extremely well. I think that even though Microsoft is like, well, the majority of what we're going to sell is the S, maybe in the long run, but maybe not this year. I think a lot of people are waiting for the X, and they should, because it's so much better and offers so much more value.
Don't you think, Crap, they really would have benefited if this thing could have came out just a little sooner?
Yeah, you know what?
Like October 13th, remember the encryption code that everybody was breaking out their Ovaltine decoder ring to figure out?
Yeah.
I would have loved
this. I would have loved to seen it come out in October, because it is a little bit odd that it comes out after Forza Motorsport 7.
Yes.
Like, I don't know. Like, to me, it would be like, release it with Forza, Crackdown, Super Lucky's Tale, all those games on that same day. Even though it's not a next generation thing, you still want to launch it with titles, And speaking of Crackdown, that is a very polarizing game. Like, yesterday I took some footage that I had and I screen capped some from Crackdown 1 and posted it. And, I mean, it looks horrible. Right. I mean, it looks okay for today's standard, but it looks horrible compared to Crackdown 3. And I posted screenshots of Crackdown 3. We got lots of new Crackdown 3 gameplay footage yesterday, lots of new information. Terry Crews. It all sounds and looks awesome to me. So it's always interesting when people are out there hating on this game, and I don't really understand it. If you're not into Crackdown or you never played it, then you still don't have to play it.
No, Crackdown definitely has my attention, Crap. And like you say, let's just call a spade a spade. You can't play Borderlands. So anyone in the chat right now, anyone listening to this later, if you're looking at Crackdown 3 and you're like, this isn't the graphical, just power I was hoping to see on a launch game for the X, you got to understand something. This is in the same field and category as Overwatch and Borderlands, and it's that cel-shaded kind of, and I don't think Overwatch is necessarily cel-shaded, but I mean Borderlands definitely is.
Mooch and Crap Doctors.
No, Marty, it's not you, it's your kid. Sorry, Doc.
10.1 gigawatts.
Doc Brown, everybody. I just think that Crackdown 3 is going to be, it looks better and better every single day.
It does. Like, I was even a little bit worried about it, but it's like, now we're seeing it, and it looks to me, I get more excited every time I see it, like that 4-player co-op. MNC Mornings, though, what's up?
Yes, please pull up.
On fire. Calls. Hello.
What's up, Mooch? What's up, Crap?
What's up?
All this MPD talk, once again, Sony have taken the crown. I just think it's pretty stupid. People still talking like as if more means better. End of the day, I'd rather have one bitch in the sack that does shit tons in the bedroom, if you know what I'm saying, or just lie on their back. End of the day, less is more sometimes. But my question is, do you think at Gamescom we're going to see a Fable reboot or a Rise 2 announcement? Cheers, guys. That's all I got for you.
First of all, thank you so much for that call. That made my morning. That was hysterical.
I like the analogy there. You get yourself a chick with a big booty, or like a little bit thicker girl, because they like to do a little bit more work, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, but I have to say, I don't think we're gonna get those type of announcements there.
You don't think you might see a quick? I don't think it'll be like, and now a Fable reboot, but I think maybe a quick something.
I wish. You know what? Phil is so stuck in his way. Yeah, no way. But Phil is really stuck in his ways that he doesn't want to show anything unless it is within a year out. All the stuff that we saw. All the stuff that we saw at E3 are coming out between that E3 and next E3, and that's just how it is. So next year we'll get stuff that we don't know about. They'll show off a lot of that stuff. So I think that's when we'll see a lot of that stuff. I see everybody's like talking about the thick chicks. Hell yeah, Team Thick. That's what's up.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
That's so funny.
Crap likes any girls, and that's not true.
No, Crap does not.
No.
This is true.
This could really go off the rails into something else. So
this is crazy. Mooch and Crap, late night, after midnight.
Hey, dude, like that goes more within. If Mooch and Crap ever hit it big and we get our own studio or something, first thing we're getting is a stripper pole. We're gonna have some thick stripper whores come out and do their thing, and then we'll have like our After Dark where you pay for access to see it all or whatever. It'll be cool.
We'll get criticized for anything that we put as payment, though. Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Correct.
But I mean, still, like we'd have to do it because at that point we'd be huge, and people would be like, "Hey, let's go check it out.
Let's go check it out.
Crap, uncensored."
Well, you know, Crap. I want to take just reverting back to gaming for a slight second here. There was someone upstairs, further up in the chat. Now it was a while ago. He said something along the lines, "Everything you're saying is speculation," and I think he wasn't. This is before we got into the Crackdown 3 stuff. This is more when we were talking about Destiny 2 beta and this and that. Listen, is it speculation? Yes, but listen, I can speculate the winning lotto numbers for next Wednesday, and I'm going to get them all wrong. I'm willing to say that the speculation that Destiny 2 on the Xbox One X is either the same or better than the PS4 Pro version, and that's a safe speculation. You know what I mean? That's a safe way to go ahead and say, wow, that phone is on fire today. I don't know if I have any more Doc Brown references.
Great Scott!
Great Scott! 1.27 gigawatts.
MNC Mornings, what's up? Yes.
That 80s phone.
I know.
What up, Mooch and Crap? This is Colin, Calvin, Conrad, Darius, Chris. So, this week, basically for a warning shot to those ponies out there, you motherfuckers, y'all ain't gonna be ruining Crackdown 3 for me. Two of my favorite games this gen has been ruined because of dumb shit like resolution and all that. Absolutely loved Sunset Overdrive. That's been my favorite game so far, and it's criminal that we're not getting a sequel this year. All because of this stupid shit the media and all your dumbass ponies done. Same thing with Quantum Break. Absolutely loved the game, and it was basically ruined like 2 weeks before release due to all this checkerboard stuff. And funny how that hasn't bitten Sony's in the ass with all their checkerboard games because their weak console can't do 4K anything. So I'm excited for the X. You don't know how excited I am. I have no clue why any Xbox fan or gamer would be down on Xbox right now. Because to me, I just see it as pretty much since E3, I've been on a high basically. You know, I've been seeing just games I never thought I've seen. When I saw Metro and Assassin's Creed Origins, especially Assassin's Creed being a huge AC fan, that was something that I know the Pro can't do. So I can't, and that's another thing. Once November 7th hit, I'm gonna shove it all down their throats. I remember people spamming me, and I'm just some random Xbox dude, how the PS4 was 50% more powerful. Oh, y'all motherfuckers gonna get it on November 7th. It's gonna be game over. Game over. So, and last thing I want to say is, you know, the dollar, CEO of Microsoft. Now that you know that Xbox is profitable, take Phil to lunch, pay for the lunch, pull out the checkbook, and say, how much money do you need to market so he could get some fucking commercials for the X out there? Know the deal. Enjoy your Sunday. Colin, Chris, Calvin, Conrad, whatever name you got for me this week.
He threw Chris in there.
Hey, what the hell is his actual name? Like now I don't remember.
Is it Calvin?
Conrad?
Colin.
Okay.
He's great. He's like one of my favorite callers, man.
I thought it was Conrad.
I have no idea why the name hasn't stuck. And now that he does the 5-name disco ball, I can't ever remember what the hell.
Yeah, I have no idea, man. That's funny as hell.
But yeah, you know, I think Colin, I said Calvin made a great point. He's so great. You know, it really does come down to the fact that I think when the X does come out, the tune's going to change in the communities and in the forums and this and that. But you know what's not going to change is what you've been saying, Crap, and you've been saying it on get ready for the different tone. You're seeing Digital Foundry do it now where they're kind of not bashing the Xbox One version because the PS4 Pro version will be what the Xbox One version is now, right? So they have to do a subtle blow to PS4, right? They'll be, well, if you stand about 12 feet back on one leg with a pyro patch, it looks just like the X, doesn't it? It sure does, Ledbetter. You know, so it's going to be one of those situations. So they're just kind of setting themselves up so they don't hurt Sony too bad.
Yeah.
God forbid they get hurt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, we got some voicemails, man. We better crack into one.
Oh, geez, yeah. It is half the show, right?
It is.
Yeah, it's 11:30. My fault. What we got on deck, J-Dubs?
We've got Xbox Trigger.
Oh, awesome.
All right. You guys are in for it now.
Hey Mooch, hey Crap, hey Jay, is Xbox Trigger from Twitter. And my question today is, I was watching this YouTuber talking about what we've all been talking about, why do people hate Xbox One? And he seemed like non-biased, and I wanted to see his video, so I looked at it, and some of the facts are kind of weird, but you know, that's what people not really in the know talk about anyway. But he was saying, what do you think? So I look in the comment section, and I see people still talking about the 2013 reveal, and people saying that's why I hate the Xbox One. They will never be right in my eyes. Blah blah blah. And I was thinking, why do people still have that stigma? It's 2017. What is wrong with people? I don't understand what's the hate for Xbox. Like they said that's the reason I'll never buy an Xbox again. And then you see other people in the comments saying, you know, you usually have no exclusives, blah blah blah, and they try to screw the game industry, but how? Like, let me read what he said. Personally, I dislike the console because of what Microsoft tried to pull when they first announced it. In my eyes, Microsoft and Xbox would never get any money from me. The failure of Xbox One is good in my eyes, so it teaches Microsoft a lesson when thinking about having me to pay to play my friends' games. They're only going to have you pay for anything, though. That's not true at all. That was for GameStop. I don't know. Anyway, what do you guys think? All right, bye.
That's a good call, and that is funny too, because I always tend to think that the people that say that weren't going to buy Xbox Ones anyway.
That's right.
It's like the people that are really complaining about Crackdown 3. They're not. I don't really consider them people that were planning on getting that game anyway.
Yeah.
So, you know.
It is. Crap, that's a great analogy you said. It's like when you're in college or if you're younger and you're like, everyone's going out to a certain club on Friday night and they have an exam on Monday. And they're like, that club sucks. They don't even like, you know, it's like $10 cover charge to get in. And it's like, they go on this rant why they don't want to go. But, you know, if they didn't have that exam on Monday, they were going out drinking that night.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same analogy you just gave. That's great. These people, for some reason, have something against Xbox. I don't know what the media's got going on over there. I don't understand the agenda. This is not a mooch and crap versus. You guys have your own eyes and ears. Go ahead and watch the series of events from 2013 till yesterday, and you can't tell me that every outlet running up and down the West Coast seems to like the PS4. Like something's not right there. It doesn't matter what line you stand in. There's always going to be a deviation of people and just a different preference as you go up and down the line when you're asking someone the same question. There's just something odd there. I mean, what crap? Is there even a mainstream media outlet that is pro Xbox? Is there one that you can
ICXM.
ICXM, but I mean, yes, absolutely. I guess that would suffice. But do you think ICXM, as much as I'm a huge fan of them, and I encourage everybody to go subscribe to them, do you put them on the same level as Polygon and Kotaku and IGN?
No,
right, that's what I'm saying.
They're more of an indie. Yeah, like just thinking of like the bigger outlets, I don't think any are really pro Xbox.
Right.
I don't even think there's any that are like super not biased. Like most of them are just proud to be biased. You know, hey, this is I'm this douchebag guy, and you know, that's good. This just in. This is going to be the last week we have that particular phone.
I'm buying Jay a new phone.
Yes, Jay needs donate to Patreon today so we can buy Jay a new phone, folks.
Yes, that'll be our third tier down from the left.
Jesus, MNC Mornings, what's up?
Great.
Okay, here's dude. Hi, Mooch, Crap, J-Dubs. Hope you're having a good day. Eva in the bunker. My question to you, Mooch, I was listening to Crossfire the other night, and I totally agree with you, dude. Mr. Spencer has got to get his checkbook out for third-party stuff. I mean, this is getting ridiculous, you know. Microsoft are being absolutely lightweight when it comes to teaching Sony a lesson here. They got to advertise the Xbox. I was listening to what you were saying about the Real Madrid deal. I understand where you're coming from, but soccer, as you guys call it, is the biggest sport in the world, and Microsoft do really poorly in southern part of Europe, okay? And that's where they're aiming the marketing for. And I understand your point of view on this, but I think it's a good move on their part. My question is really, when the X comes out, if it fails in sales, okay, I mean after the initial 3-month period, I'm of the opinion, this is just my opinion though, guys, I would like to hear your thoughts on this, is I think Mr. Spencer would have to move to one side, and they're going to have to bring somebody in who's going to be a lot more aggressive towards Sony, because the bottom line here is, this is competition. You know, Sony and Nintendo, they are not being nice to Microsoft, and it's about time that these Sony ponies got one up the ass. You know what I mean? And
not literally, hopefully.
My point of view now, and I really truly feel that Mr. Spencer is being too nice. I like Phil. We all like Phil, but he has got to get with the times now. The gloves have got to come off. Yeah. I just want to know what your points of view on this. Okay, cheers, guys. Thanks for a great show.
You know, and listen, I got news for you. That caller has every right to say that. I want to say this much, though. I mean, people are getting things mixed up. A lot of people don't understand where we're coming from. This is never when you're getting judged at work and you sit in front of your boss could actually be your best friend, and your boss still has to grade you accordingly. And I think Phil's doing a lot of wonderful things. I think he's a great guy. I really do. I think he's actually, like they said, he's the most, what did Sony's backhanded compliments say back in 2014? He's the most human guy they got over there. Something like that. That's not a, what Sony said was not a compliment. Okay. Yeah. But I do think that the caller makes a point, Crap, that it's time to start to, pardon the pun, pony up. Put on bump. It really is. It's something that needs to happen. Now, as far as the Real Madrid, because I do want to get back to the Phil stuff, I have started doing a little bit more looking into and research on this. I want to retract the strong statement of saying it's a waste of money. I do not think it's a waste of money at this point in time. I do understand the allegiance that is over there in Europe and other parts of the world that follow this soccer team. And all my point was this. If you're in the position that we're in, okay, and you're down 2-1 in the United States or whatever it is, recently, not overall probably, Crap, but recently.
Yeah, they're like 1.5 million money or something like that.
You know what I'm
in
saying?
The States. Yeah.
But it's not good as far as monthly sales, okay, recently. The United States is where Microsoft has to hit hard first. And what you're seeing by spending all that money in Madrid, my point was just that on that team is that you're seeing that I don't know what they're trying to focus on. I do think they're trying to grow the global brand.
Yeah, maybe it's that in addition to other things, because Noof Nukem posted a picture to us on Twitter showing off the marketing in Canada. And that's brilliant. If they put that everywhere, then that is going to be something that really grabs people's attention. That is going to sell a lot of consoles, because you can see they've got the games up there too, and it says right on there, games are going to play better. That's what they fucking need to do. So the Madrid stuff, I'm like, you know what's funny? Because I get a lot of messages, because we've got a lot of fans in Europe. So they always message me, and they're like, you don't understand. Hundreds of millions of people watch those games.
I'm getting the same messages, and I agree with you guys, and I'm not going to sit here and say you're wrong. I'm not. I actually am starting to believe, you know what I mean?
Judzilla says PlayStation is all over Champions League, which is also soccer. So maybe they're competing with that. So I don't know. Maybe
that's how you get the word out. Maybe over there, that's how you do it.
But I mean, maybe in addition to other stuff, like we're assuming that that's where it ends. But maybe they're just now ramping this shit up because they're about to. You know what I'm saying? Like again, this is speculation on our part, but I would assume that they're going to launch this thing with a huge ad campaign.
I totally agree, Crap. I mean, but I do want to kind of get back to because we know we're going to get another call and we have a lot of voicemails. I do want to get back to the Phil thing, though, for a minute. Phil, I don't think even after the 3-month, November, December, January, I don't think he'll still be graded even if the X loses the February NPD. I don't think that'll be the end of the world for Phil or anything like that. I do think that Phil needs to start hiring people in place to do more of what I think he's looking for. I don't think he's getting it out of his friends that are under him in a high position. I think he either needs to have somebody, be a deputy in one of the categories, in the marketing team. You need a deputy, someone to come in from the outside that's a great marketing campaign planner, someone who really knows how to handle commercials. Or if they're not going to go commercials and you're going to go grassroots, you need a better YouTube way of presenting your product. There's just or stage presence at E3. or possibly even something like an Xbox One version of the PSX. That's a mid-year show. You're not going to see anything new, folks, but it keeps Xbox hot on your mind. So I think that Phil needs to do, if the X doesn't carry on through 2018 and winning, then I think what you have to do is he needs to step back, look at who he has in certain positions, and maybe hire someone from outside to come in and do something that someone maybe isn't doing, enough of in his office. This isn't a call to arms or anything like that. This is just a matter of saying everybody gets evaluated. Okay. Yeah. Everyone. Some people, like I said, some people's bosses at work are their best friends. So it's not about, this and that and blah, blah, blah. And this person, they're all great people. But at the end of the day, when it comes down for your yearly promotion, you do have to answer. You do have to answer. And if you're losing 11 out of 12 NPDs, even if you're making revenue, you're losing. You only have, you say you have one job, you've got one job. Yeah. And if that one job is to beat the other platform, and now Nintendo is creeping up to take your number 2 spot, there's something to be said there. You can't just say, well, we're making some extra money on services, we're all fine and dandy. Nobody gets up every day, goes to work, puts their pants on, and doesn't want to make gold records. You know what I mean? Like, you want to go out there and you want to win. That's why everybody that makes music, everyone that makes movies, like George Clooney and all these like big Hollywood stars, Brad Pitt, when they go make a movie, you think they're okay if their opening box office is in 3rd place or 4th place? No, they want to get 1st place. They're millionaires. They don't care. Well, yeah, you
don't want to be mediocre.
Right, and that's what I'm
mediocrity.
And that's where I'm trying to give the audience an analogy here. It's not that they're not making money. I know they're making money, but don't you want to win? Like, that's why you're there. You're in competition.
We want them to win for sure.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But they need to. But crap. The thing I'm trying to say here is this isn't a button. Let's take it easy. What I'm saying is don't they want to win? Why is it we want to win? I don't listen. Like I said, I don't even care if Xbox wins. I just like to see them try. Yeah, they're not even trying.
I hear we have a phone call.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah. MNC Mornings.
That was my pitch from Crossfire. Thank you.
Hey, Mooch. Hey, Crap. It's John Thomas the Gamer.
Nice, John.
Number 1, I looked up the VG chart, and you won't believe what outsold the PS4, the 3DS. 2, Crap. If you get a Pokemon game, I'll battle you. And I'm thinking about going digital on the 3DS game, because some of them are getting very high in price. All right, gotta go.
Nice, John. Good calling. Did the 3DS win?
I have no idea. I didn't see that. Of course, when the PS4 wins NPD, they don't ever really talk about
they don't.
3DS beating. Only if the Xbox One wins.
Right.
Then it would have been 3DS reigns supreme, but Xbox One does manage to sneak past the PS4 by the hair of our chinny chin.
By the hair of your chinny chin.
Hey, make sure you guys hit that like button as well, because I hold the top 10 hostage.
He does hold it hostage.
I do, so you want to get those likes up as much as possible. We have a very apt and pertinent top 10 today. Like, I think you guys are going to like it. It's something that you guys will probably enjoy a lot. In fact, I hope we have Microsoft people that listen to it. I think I think it's going to be fantastic. But yeah, so J-Dubs, what's up with the phone? We couldn't even hear that shitty phone.
Yeah, so because of all your complaints, I just had to go back to the old phone.
Because of all your complaints.
and apparently the old phone is not very loud anymore, so...
well, just stick with the new one for today, and then we'll figure out something.
And then next week, when I get my my welfare check, I can make...
Who knew Jay was going to do comedy today?
Yeah, but a bump. Hey, so who do we got on deck? Because I know we've got like about 1 million voicemails left.
Yeah, we've got Triple Cup Chuck.
And he's up.
What up with your Mooch and Crap and J-Dub? This your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm up. Y'all remember back in 2013 when they were saying that Microsoft was going to sell off or spin off the Xbox division? Now we got the Xbox One X coming out, so y'all know that's not happening. Now, hypothetically speaking, y'all know that Sony is in some type of financially bind. They could be using their investors and buying their own consoles to mark it up so they could sell off the PlayStation division for a higher profit. Well, my question is, who would y'all like to see Sony, this is hypothetically, who would y'all like to see Sony sell a PlayStation division out to? Apple, Amazon, or Google? and the reason why would y'all like to see Apple, Amazon, or Google purchase the PlayStation division. Well, this your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm out.
So was he basically saying of the other three big, software giants, who would we rather see take over for Microsoft and Sony if that ever were to happen?
I think he was asking about who would we rather see take over PlayStation, right?
That was the last part. I thought the first part was Microsoft.
Okay, well, I wouldn't want to see anybody take over Microsoft, so I'm abstaining from that. Yes. As far as Sony, man, I think, well, if Apple did it, that would, then another company would be buying them that I dislike, so that'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, I would like Apple to...
I remember doing a video maybe 2.5, 3 years ago where I was, like, theorizing who would buy them, and I put, like... I remember the Google logo, the Apple logo, the Samsung logo. And it was like, I don't know. Like, I think Samsung, honestly, it would have to be a Japanese company, probably.
Well, it would be, yes. I mean, I would, but if I had a choice, actually, I'm going to retract that. I wouldn't say Apple, because I'm, as Crap in the audience knows, I'm an Apple fan. I wouldn't want to root against them. So I would probably say I would rather have Amazon take over, because the other thing too is like Apple wouldn't be a good Apple would not.
Thibodeau says Apple would remove the HDMI port. Hashtag
deal
courage.
With it. Yeah, hashtag deal with it. If your component cables are in the mail.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is what it is. I think Amazon is a good runner-up, but listen, that's not going to happen in the foreseeable future. Just a really cool thing to speculate on.
Yes, I realize Samsung is South Korean. I didn't say Samsung would buy them. I said I would like to, and then I said, but they would have to be, Japanese to buy them. So, yeah, like, thanks for correcting me, dildos. I know. I didn't say they were Japanese. Jesus Christ, you people.
Yeah,
like they're like, damn, man, what the hell is wrong with you folks, man?
That's
yeah, that was a good call though, man. I always like hearing from Triple Cup Chuck.
Yeah, and while we got a second here, we'll do a quick shout out to everybody. There's a lot of great people in the chat here this morning.
There is. We got Mel, we've got Noof, we've got Deathmobile. Who else the hell we got in here?
Timidos is here.
Yeah.
We actually have the Pope here, everybody.
Yes, he's blessing us.
I don't know if you guys realize it, but you are being blessed as we just gather this morning. Always good to have the Pope here.
Luke is there. What's up,
Luca? Blue is here. We got Blue. Blue came out this morning.
Yeah, from the Speak podcast. You guys should check them out. Hey, we got Def Jam and Laugh Devastation at TLR9. Make sure you guys all hit that like button when we get closer to 300. We might break out that top 10 if you people are lucky.
I want to say his name right. I'm scrolling through, and unfortunately, I'm not finding it. But I think it's Death. Is it Death Vodka or Vodka? You know what I'm saying? Darth Vodka. He had a birthday this week, man. So shout out to him.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
I wanted to definitely get that out there. I told him I'd give him a shout out this morning.
Hey, there's K Mega, the DIVA of gaming.
Let me tell you something. K Mega is doing it live. Is so popular that now when I just get into a chat, people are like, "Are we going to play right now? We're going to start." And they're just starting up a game. People are like, "Do it live."
Do it live.
Like, wow, that has really picked up momentum. So K with a great little addition.
Good to have
the
him
YouTube
back because
family.
he'll be doing BGST tonight, and that's always good because I miss him on there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. No, he's a huge part of the show. And also shout out to, I want to say it's Paulie D who hooked me up with the Fortnite code crap. So
okay. So
it's Paulie D.
Yeah. So Mooch is 100% Mooch-tastic. Like he lives up to his name. But I have to be honest. I kind of mooched the code too.
You did?
So I did. Like I was playing Fortnite. I did. Dude gave it to me. I didn't ask for it though. He just offered it. So
that's true. Well, I'll tell you right now. I mean, mooch. There's a little mooch in everybody, folks. Okay, so don't feel guilty. It's all out there. And there's always going to be someone that's going to mooch off of you. Whether it's that dollar from a bum when you're out at a bar, it doesn't matter what it is. There's always a little mooch out there, folks. So embrace your local mooch and help them out.
Yeah. So I want to shout that guy out, Free X. Yes. I appreciate it, bro.
Free X actually is Paulie D, same person.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, Paulie D. Then yeah,
Yes.
man. Fucking thanks, man. Well, yeah. He's like, hey, man, you want a code? And I was like, sure. Like, I had no real interest of the game. I'm telling you what, I'm playing it. I played it yesterday. This game has Microsoft written all over it. Like it's their type of game. It is like you know, this game that's really alive, and it's online, and it's everything that it's kind of like Sea of Thieves in a way, like that co-op. There's not really much of a story, but you're working together, you're building shit up, you're
right.
You know, it's like tower defense. It's a little bit Minecraft because you tear down shit for resources. It's got a bit of everything, but it's really, really good. Like, I'm surprised at how good it is.
I'm getting out my fingerless gloves, getting my shopping cart, and I'm going door to door saying, "Bring out your games." J-Dub's a free shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, there it is. It's Dakota Vodka, I believe. Dakota, not Darth Vodka. My apologies. Dakota Vodka. I just like that he has vodka in his name. It's awesome. Happy birthday to you, bro. I think it was his birthday was Friday night. I didn't see his. He wrote me on Xbox Live, and I didn't see that for some reason. I mean, like you say, crap all the time. I try to always write back to people. There's a lot of people in chat that actually said thanks for responding. I write back to as many as possible. When I don't see them all, I do scroll through them later on, so I do eventually see them. He said, "Hey, I hope I can get a shout out for my birthday on Crossfire." But I said, "Hey, listen, I missed you. I'll definitely hit you up on MNC Morning." So happy birthday, brother.
Yeah, man, that's always awesome. We got some of the best fans, man. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, it's pretty damn awesome. But yeah, like that game. So I guess we'll be able to stream that. You know, later on this week, we might stream it Friday or something like that.
I think we should aim for Friday to do a stream. And you know, shout out to Paul. If Paulie D's listening, you're more than welcome to join us, brother. We'd love.
Yeah,
to have
because
you
it's 4 players. Like, I was having a blast with this game.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just play for a little bit longer. Next thing you know, I was like playing it and having a good time, and it throws 10 gamer scores at you here and there, and like, you know, it's a good time.
I agree. I'm actually excited to try it. I've looked and watched a few people streaming it, but I have not actually played it. So I'm excited to get into it.
It's a good mix of games that people like, man, and like that's the type of game that Microsoft probably really likes. Seeing that it's like there's packs and stuff that, you know what I'm saying? Like, eventually it's going to be free. But
is it one of those games where you build your character up? Crap. I mean, you
build up your character.
What are the classes? Are there classes?
There's different types, and then there's different skills and stuff that you can get. So different characters have different skills. You upgrade your weapons. You know what I mean? It's really it's really interesting. I think you're gonna like it, man. You're gonna play. At first, you'll be confused, and then once you start to understand what's going on, you'll like it, because there's a lot of that like horde mode mentality to it as well. Like, you build up your defenses, then they come in, and then you beat them back, and then, you know, it's sort of like that. It's got like a, you know, just kind of a lame kind of story, but other than that, I really like it. I think it's really good.
No, I'm excited to try. And Xbot says he would like to join us. Xbot, I know you and Mel have been playing Fortnite. I saw your guys' video last night. So
absolutely. Who do we got on? Oh, we got an old favorite on deck.
Oh.
Oh, buddy.
I'm not even looking. I should be watching more of the our internal chat. My apologies.
Yeah. J-Dubs? There we go.
There he is.
Hey, what's up, Mooch and Crap? I was just wondering, what do you guys think about the Destiny 2 beta? You guys enjoy it? If you do, should I pre-order it? Okay.
Space Cat. Don't ever get older, buddy. Love it.
Yeah. Hey, Space Cat tried to join us when we played Halo on Friday, but we were only doing the campaign, which was actually really damn fun, because we were playing it on the toughest mode. What was that, Heroic?
Yes. Legendary.
Legendary? Yeah. Oh, my gosh, man. That game was...
you get used to the rhythm and pacing crap, but it takes a while, doesn't it?
It does. Like, if you guys don't know, we stream every Friday night after Crossfire.
That's right.
So we decided to go and play Halo 5. It was me, Mooch, GKB, and She-Wolf, and we played it on Legendary. And, man, like, the whole 2 hours we streamed, we only got through the first 2 levels. And it was funny as hell, though, because you'd be... Whenever I died, man, I would just, like, I really died. Like, my guy fucking goes flying across the damn screen. It was incredible. Like, I had a lot of fun, though. So
I got to tell you, it kind of brought Halo 5 back into... I think we should play a little bit of... if Fortnite takes over this week's streaming, we should do a Halo night. And I will say this much. I'm seriously considering doing a stream once or twice a week. That will be like on a schedule. You know, when you do random streams, crap, like when we do Friday night, people are getting used to it now. But I think I'm going to, starting in September, do once or twice a week with certain strikes for Destiny too. So, and crap, that'd be a good thing for you to join in. So you wouldn't be like, well, I'm out in left field here, and this is kind of crap that I haven't been pulled through. We do these things together, and we make it part of a show. it'll definitely keep you up with the Joneses. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think it'd be good for you to
absolutely.
keep up with it. Yeah.
Yeah. As for Space Cat's question about Destiny 2, I'm not a huge Destiny fan, but they kind of sucked me in with the story that really kicked off, because I wasn't a fan of the first story. I thought they really stunk it up. So I was really happy with the second story, with that story. Like, there's more story in that little chunk that they give you than at any other point in Halo or Destiny 1 from what I played anyway. So yeah, it's a buy for me. I already pre-ordered it. I mean, it's a done thing. So at the very least, I'll have it. And
listen, Space Cat. The thing is, first of all, we've all played with Space Cat before. Space Cat is a huge Gears fan. He's very good. He's very good at his multiplayer games. Here's the thing, Space Cat. You enjoy the community. You're a big fan of it. I can't see you not liking this game. The gunplay is just. It's masterful from Bungie, and then the fact that you have a good time with your friends is the other part of it. Like I say, don't go in there being like, this story is going to be the next thing since sliced bread. It's not. It's not that. It may be good, but it's not going to be great. It's more about the good times with the community and the gameplay.
Yeah, I agree 100% with that. It's got tight gameplay. I enjoy it. I think it's pretty good. So I'm gonna buy it and give it a chance. The one thing that I didn't like was the multiplayer. It feels slower to me, like the 4v4 stuff. I only played that for a little bit, but it just felt.
I can't say it's slower. We played some 4v4 control. Me and Sajibot. I mean, we were kicking ass and taking names. But I didn't feel it to be slower. Crap. You have 4v4, and with the 3 locations to conquer, I mean, it's a fast-paced game, man. I was bouncing. I was moving around. First of all, let me just say this much. Those DualShock 4 controllers, those can go to Hades. And K-Mega, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to pay royalties to use your slogan, but those are the worst controllers. And I'm not even talking about – I don't like the triggers. The triggers are still little itty-bitty buttons. The analog sticks almost have like WD-40 on them. And the grips, I don't know if those grips are for people. Should those things, like, if you're over 21, please refrain from using these grips. Maybe that's why next gen has those like extended grips on them. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing to hold on to with that controller. Anyone who thinks the DualShock 4 controller is better than the Xbox controller, I mean, you seriously got to get an MRI in your skull. I don't have any idea what the heck is going on. How would you ever say such a thing? But that's the only thing that I was not enjoying so much in the PS4. That plus seems like every time you put any microphone or headset on, you can't have your own voice come through the mic when you're playing on PS4. I don't know why that's the case, but that just seems to be the case. You know how we have the chat ability, crap, where you can hear yourself through your microphone?
Yeah,
I can't seem to get that ability on the, and I've got 3 different headsets.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I just don't like the chat quality in general on PS4, to be honest with you.
No, it's not good.
It's
like
not,
360 technology.
Yeah, exactly. Like Oh,
is that the ice cream man?
No, that's the good humor man. MNC Mornings. Hello. What's up?
All right, hey Mooch and Crab. This is Joshua. I'm from the Bahamas. I'm probably like the only PlayStation gamer to call on the show for the day, or I don't know when, but I really appreciate how you guys, make the show a bit open for all gamers of like mine to really come and speak games. Mm-hmm. But the purpose of this question is really to get, your input on how do you guys feel of Microsoft first-party studios? I mean, are you guys really comfortable with the fact of knowing that Microsoft is just, pivoting 343 and the coalition to just work on Gears and Halo specifically? Now, Sony could have just said, well, Naughty Dog, we just need you guys to work on Uncharted for how many plus years, and that's it. Or Sucker Punch, we just need you guys to work on Infamous for how many plus years, and that's it. And yes, many could argue that, hey, well, Santa Monica's still working on God of War. At least God of War is something new. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen more excitement for this new God of War than any other God of War. Like, I've bought God of War 3, and just by watching God of War, the new one, it's like I really hesitate to just go back and play that game. You know what I mean? Because I never played 2, and I never played 1 and 2 that much on PS2. I played a bit of the PSP games, but yeah, I just really wanted to figure out, I just wanted to get you guys' take on how do you feel, about the first-party studios. And by the way, I do have an Xbox One. I own it. And my favorite game to this day on Xbox has to be Quantum Break. Like, I like what that studio did with Quantum Break, and I feel as though it was a unique third-person shooter. It really made you rethink of how you play third-person shooters. And it's sad to see that we might not even get a Quantum Break 2, or we might not get a Sunset Overdrive 2, or maybe another Rise 2, and that could be for a different conversation, because we could argue why we're not getting those games, simply because of the fact that people weren't supporting them. But that's not really the question. I just want to get you guys' take on, how you feel of Microsoft just positioning those two studios. And we're not really talking about Turn 10, but just those two studios to just work on Gears and Halo. I understand that they are billionaire franchises, but I mean, come on, guys. Do you really see yourself playing a Halo 10? A Gears 7? Not to exaggerate, but you get my drift. So, yeah, thanks for letting me on the call.
That was a great call, Crap.
Yeah, first of all, I want to say that I do see myself playing a Halo 7 and a Gears 10 or whatever. I see myself playing a Forza 7, much in the same way PlayStation fans see themselves playing a God of War. This is God of War 7 or 8 or whatever it is, a Gran Turismo. I think there's 10 or 11, not main series, but this will be the 7th in that. There's 14 Ratchet and Clank games, and people have no problem playing those. This will be the second Uncharted game, even though they're saying it's a standalone, so it's an Uncharted game, and this will be the second one in 2 years, and nobody seems to be complaining about that. They remastered The Last of Us multiple times. That they put the standalone DLC as a standalone game. They're making The Last of Us 2. Like, you don't see people complaining about that. To me, Xbox fans are our own worst enemies. And at the end of the day, I choose to be much more positive about this kind of stuff. I like what they're doing. I like the first-party situation with Microsoft. I feel like they have the best racing franchises, both Horizon and Motorsport. I feel like they have the best fighter with Killer Instinct. I feel like they have the best first-person shooter and the best multiplayer in the first-person shooter with Halo. And I feel like they have the best third-person shooter and third-person
I think you made a good case, Crap. But, I mean, the only thing that he makes a good point is why can't 343 and the Coalition make more games?
Well, yeah, why not just make Gears and Halo, but also make other games?
Well, I'm saying that, but you have Naughty Dog's making Uncharted, and then they made The Last of Us. Why can't 343, who has 400+ employees, make Halo 6 and then something that's another space shooter? Like, I don't see, like, let's be honest, we've said it ourselves. Is The Last of Us and Uncharted that much different than each other? No, it's a different story. But I mean, it's the same kind of mechanics. It's the same gameplay, the same gunfire. What I'm saying is, why can't 343 make a Halo 6 and a space Super Troopers Space Adventure 3000? Or I don't know. Like, I think that's a valid point. You've got 300, 400 people working for these two companies. That's 800 people between I don't know if Coalition has 300, but I think 343 is somewhere around 300 people. I mean, it's a lot of people to be working on one game, right? And I mean, what do? They give you Halo Wars 2. That can go to Hades.
Well, they're not really working on Halo Wars 2. That was a different studio.
Well, I mean the only company bigger than 343 that I can think of is Bungie, right? Or they're the same, and they're making the Destiny game, and Destiny has these DLC packs that come out every 3 to 6 months, and we can bust chops left and right. But it's not necessarily the craziest thing to say. It's really not. Microsoft needs new IP. We like 343's work. If you own a huge restaurant and you're kicking ass and you have like one of the best 5-star chefs, all of a sudden don't you want to open up maybe a little bit of a different one after like 10 years down the road, but you want that 5-star chef to go over and teach and tutor some of the other people and have them go down there and make a different type. I mean, that just makes sense. It's not a stupid thing to say. That doesn't mean I don't want Halo 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I like those. I've liked everything. Shit, if they were making Back to the Future Part 7, I'd still be in the theater watching it. Let's go, Marty. And I mean,
I got to get my wheelchair, Doc. What are you doing?
That was, yeah. But I mean, his wheelchair will at least be floating, like a hoverboard. But nonetheless, I think that. What was the other part to his question? Did he have another part to it?
He could have.
Well, I mean, listen, it was still a great call. Listen, I like that he was. Listen, you know what's great about that PlayStation fan that just called in? He said he has an Xbox One. I bet you most PlayStation fans don't have an Xbox One.
Yeah.
And he said, why don't things like Quantum Break and Sunset Overdrive have a future? you can blame sales to a certain extent, but majority of it was just the bad press that really hurt those. It's what derailed a lot of the checkerboard and the
bad press. You say so, sort of like what's going on with Crackdown 3.
Correct.
Yes,
that is correct.
So I mean, that's exactly. Yes. If you guys want to know what's going on right now, what bad press can do to a game, just look at the facts that Crackdown 3, even if it's not your thing, then leave it the fuck alone. Quit bitching about it.
Right.
You know, that would be my thing to say to you guys. And also hit that like button so we can get to that top 10, because we ain't doing it until we hit a certain amount. So I haven't even figured out what the certain amount will be.
There's some guy he's a Sony troll. He's PS5 info leak. CPU is 4 times faster. Yeah, okay. They're not gonna
based on cell architecture.
Yeah, based on cell architecture. Great. So good.
Hey, yeah, that would mean no backwards compatibility.
Yep.
Here's the problem with
that would cut everything out.
Yeah, here's the problem that we're facing with why it's a real problem that like the next generation from Sony maybe won't have backwards compatibility because they have trouble with the software aspect. It all has to do with that Jaguar CPU. Once you start using that, then you start taking away the ability to actually doing like actual like physical based backwards compatibility. So like I know that's a little technical for you, but the that's the big problem that the consoles have going forward is that they have to keep compatible, and Microsoft has promised that, so they probably have a way to do backwards compatibility going forward with a different CPU, while PlayStation might not. So that's going to be a real problem for them. The reason why they can't do PS3 games on the PS4 is because of the cell. So there is no fucking way they're ever going to go back and do any of that kind of stuff, which yeah, but by the way, I gotta say this. I got a really cool Xbox One prize. If you guys see a pony come across the screen. Yeah.
Wow. There you go.
Yeah.
Pony comes across the screen, you get an extra prize. Crap, this is great. You have more surprises than I was gonna say than Sony at an E3 festival, but they don't have any surprises.
I know, man, right?
Listen, but there was somebody here that said something up here a second ago, and I'm trying to find him now. It was Jacob Warren who said it. And oh shoot, I'm just trying to see what he said. But the thing about it that kind of bugged me, here it is, Xbox has the upper hand, and my point was we gave the Obi-Wan Kenobi versus the Anakin Skywalker Star Wars 3 analogy. Yeah. I have the upper ground, Anakin. And you
underestimate my power.
That's Sony, right? It's so Sony.
Power.
It's so Sony. And the thing is that even when PS5 comes out, I think, well, see, we had this conversation on Xbox Nation Crap. Do you still think that Xbox, the next iteration of Xbox, has to launch the same year as PS5 because they don't want to lose that market share? Because it will be a next generation console. Or do they wait the 12 months, see what Sony's doing, and then come out just a smidgen stronger for a smidgen cheaper?
Yeah, well,
what do you think's a better move?
I say the better move is coming out with a more powerful box a little bit later.
Okay, so is it even feasible that Microsoft will come out with a more powerful box the same year? Would they do that? Would they do that? I mean, it would be a little bit of money out of their pocket because they'd have to match Sony's price.
Here's the thing. It depends on what Microsoft wants to do. Microsoft is like this whole, there is no more generations. But Sony's like, well, no, there is. Like a new generation would actually benefit Microsoft if they kicked it off earlier than the PlayStation 5. You know what I mean? But Sony's thinking is probably, yeah, we're going to keep like pounding them away this generation, and then most people will buy what their friends have, so they're going to continue to buy PS4s regardless of the power because they've already won on that narrative to start the generation. And so when the next generation comes out, Sony's looking to probably launch first. Like they're in a good position, even though people, it's hard to say. Like they're in a really good position right now. So.
Well, there's going to have to be something that Xbox does crap to, because this is the situation we're running into, and you said it yourself on Xbox Nation and Crossfire, that Xbox One X is still fighting an uphill battle even with the power console back in their category, because why would people who have 4 years invested on Sony now, they have to make the switch over, right? That same thing's going to ring true come next generation in console, because what is Microsoft going to give the consumer to say, listen, I'm glad you enjoyed your time on PS4 the past 7 years. Now it's time to come back over here because we have the fill in the blank. You know what I'm saying? So it's got to either be power, maybe it's going to be power and all that forward and backward compatibility that I don't know if Sony hasn't mentioned any of that. And it's got to make some people alarming. And it's funny that, the person in the chat that's saying this, the cell processor, if Sony ever makes an odd mistake like that again and can't give backwards compatibility on PS4 games for some reason, I'm just being hypothetical. That's a huge blow to Sony.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Microsoft really should come out. They need something else in their hat besides, hey, we're launching alongside PS5 and we're equal.
Yeah, well, I think they're going to go for the more power, obviously.
I do
Phil
too.
sounds like that's what he's doing.
Yes.
The main thing that they need is more powerful CPUs going ahead. You know what I mean? Because they need obviously next gen. The big thing is going to be the 60 FPS on
Crap. Wouldn't you agree with me? I'm telling everybody in the chat, everyone that's if you're an Xbox fan, if you're not, that's fine. But if you're an Xbox fan, go out there and support the X, guys. And the reason I'm telling you to go out there and support the Xbox One X is you're telling Microsoft that you want them to hold the power crown. This is a power crown move, okay?
Yeah.
If you want the next generation and the generations to come to show that they have the power, don't give me this it's about the games nonsense, okay? The games are coming regardless. Halo 6, Gears 5, GTA 6, Red Dead Redemption 3.
Hey, this just in, we're going to get a Forza Horizon 4.
Forza Horizon 4. Listen, so when people are like, no, Mook, stop talking about power, it's about games. The games are coming. So if the only way Microsoft can actually move and push forward into getting into that first place is they have to hold the power crown. Give the developers an easy way to develop, plus have the power. It will lead them in the end to a better console. Trust me. So go out there, support the X, and don't give me this $500 nonsense. You've got a $200 coupon in your house right now. It's called the Xbox One S. It's a $200 coupon. You're going to be able to turn that in and get some sort of great trade-in at GameStop this fall, and that's a $300 Xbox One X. And you can't say that if you're a gamer, that's too much for the next 3 to 4 years. It's just not that much, folks. I'm sorry. Not if you're in the gaming world, anyways. You problem.
That is a you problem. You know what? I'm conflicted. Do I want to yell at this person in the chat or do I want to block them? I haven't decided which.
I don't know which one you're talking about. But
this guy goes, does Mooch still yell at children in GameStop for not buying American? First of all, you're a fucking idiot for believing random shit on the internet.
That's ridiculous, guys.
Like, I mean, that is the most ignorant fucking stupid thing I've ever...
You go back to the clip. When I said kid, this is a midnight launch. There's no kids. I'm in my 30s. The person I was talking to was in their mid to late 20s. I always refer to them like, when we're joking around crap and we're like, hey, kid, blah, blah, blah. Or, hey, bub, you say
I
bub
do that, too. I always call people kiddo.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
There's nobody at a midnight launch for Destiny. That was the Destiny midnight launch. There was no kid within eyesight. Everybody there was of like drinking age in New York State. So,
well,
listen,
it's so
buddy,
funny.
It's
so funny. Like these haters and stuff are so willing. They want to believe any negative thing. So anybody can make up anything and say it about us, and they dislike us, so they believe it right away.
That's fine.
But it just shows how stupid and fucking ignorant they are to begin with. Like honestly, it is. It's like look, Crapgamer tweeted this once. Well, how are you gonna know what I fucking meant in the tweet more than I did?
That's right. Nobody was actually there. If you want to at least ask us the question first before you actually just say, and I mean, it is what it is.
And I usually don't care about that kind of shit, but sometimes the ignorance just
it baffles
pisses you off. Yeah, you're just like, what the fuck is this all about?
Yeah, you're like, come on.
You know what I mean? I'm choking on my own rage over here. Like that shit's just ignorant, man. Get out of here with that stuff.
Listen, absolutely.
Man, we got Mr. Zombie Killer on deck.
Let's hit up a voicemail. We have I think we have 10 or 9 left. Show's more than half over. It's great.
Yeah.
We might have to run long.
Hello, Crep and Mooch. It's Mr. Zombie Killer. And I wanted to say what's going on today. I have a little bit of a complaint that I want to talk about at Call of Duty World at War II. I'm going to jump right into it because it's a pretty busy Sunday. And what I want to talk about is censorship and why they keep censoring the Nazi symbol in the zombies and in the campaign and everything. They even did it in Chronicles, the Black Ops 3 DLC. And I think this is just bullshit. I don't understand why they keep doing this shit. I mean, I give Wolfenstein 2 the praise because they're leaving everything realistic, how exactly it's supposed to be, and that's awesome. But what are you guys' thoughts on the censorship that Activision continues to do with Call of Duty with the Nazi symbol in the game? It just doesn't really... I mean, it's not a huge deal, but just why... It's pretty stupid, in my opinion. Kind of ruins the game. It's kind of just, why do it? It's just so stupid. It's just bullshit. The political correctness. I guess we're going to have to call them German Nazis now with their German cross and everything. I mean, pretty stupid, but what are you guys' opinion on that? Michael Packard is still a stupid idiot. And Destiny 2 beta is pretty stupid. I get a little bit. I'm probably not going to support the game because I'll be too busy playing Crackdown 3. Have a good Sunday. Shout out to J-Dubs and everyone in the chat. Have a good one.
Nice. Well, listen, I mean, his whole thing with them taking that out of the game, that's what's happening as we move forward here, folks. Everybody's kind of getting a little bit more easily offended. Pretty much if somebody goes, hey, buddy, pretty soon you're just going to turn around and punch them in the face at work. It is what it is. They're going to decide to take that out. I personally don't ever choose to rant on something like that because that's just something that's beyond even a mooch and crap, right? I mean, there's not much we can really say about that crap. I mean, I don't like that. I think they should let history be what history is. But
here's the thing. Apparently, in the single player, it is how it's supposed to be, which is the story and stuff. And then in the multiplayer and stuff, it's censored or whatever, just because I think it has to. A lot of it, what it has to do with is some of these other countries don't allow that stuff anyway. So I think that it might be able to.
That's what Biggie was just saying in the chat.
Yeah,
Biggie 2316.
Yeah. So you have to remember a lot of these other places that you actually can play with against these other countries. So I guess it's probably easier on them. For me, I wish that it was not so politically correct. I'm not really a politically correct person. Stuff happened. You can't censor things that happened. It is what it is. It's like when you start doing that to cater to certain people. Unfortunately, you lose parts of history, and I don't think that that's something that people should ever forget about.
Right. We've all grown and learned and moved on as a people because of history. You're supposed to learn from mistakes in the past. So to say that we're going to wipe it out, it allows things to reoccur for generations down the road. You should always try to embrace history. I mean, I thought history was one of the best segments of like high school, right? Learning so much about every country, and it was fascinating. And I mean, so when you're able to take something like that, some people would call it nostalgia. Like they're like, oh my God, there's people that are older gamers that, their parents fought in certain wars, and it's history, man. I don't know why history is offensive. History shouldn't be offensive. I think it's offensive if something like that was ever happen again. That's awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know. I would hope that, like I said, they keep it in there for the single player so the story stays the same. But for the multiplayer, it's a little different because then you're reaching out to different, someone in Los Angeles could be playing with somebody in Germany. Somebody in Germany could be playing with somebody in India. So maybe those types of things have to be, kind of, checks and balance.
Yeah, it is. It's an interesting situation and interesting to talk about because we're mooching crap. So we say one thing, next people running with that bullshit.
Right. Yeah.
Who do we got on deck, J-Dubs?
We've got MM2K.
Okay.
Hello, guys. This is Mr. Cranky Old Gamer and proud Patreon supporter of MSC in the Mornings, MM2K. Hey, guys, I'm back with a question about a big topic. That topic is the propaganda war. Now, we all know that despite the early screw-ups by Microsoft this generation, to the naked eye, come on, let's be honest, the performance between the vanilla PlayStation 4 and the vanilla Xbox One, they were not that grand. You couldn't notice much. It was just people bringing up bullshit like compute units and all this other stuff that nobody cared about in advance until PlayStation 4 finally came out with a piece of hardware that on paper was better. And they won this propaganda war despite what was comparable to the naked eye because of the media bias and the onslaught of misinformation on chat boards and so forth. And the mainstream gamer just got caught in the middle of that shit and believed it. Now, with that
Extra, read all about it. Crapgamer and Mooch caught having brunch with Satan.
What the hell is this?
What the hell is that?
What the? What was that? I have no.
The Crapgamer caught snatching dentures out of elderly woman's mouth and wearing a Sony fanny pack? What the fuck? All right, let's see. Let's go to something more believable. Cultural section. We got nice here. Mooch caught tucking grenades into the PS4 home for needy and disadvantaged kids.
What? This may need a flush.
Yeah. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know, Jay. I don't know. that call it went south.
Jay.
Are secret agents for Kim Jong-il. Wait.
What's wrong, guys? You're not doing voicemail?
I don't even know what he's talking about.
At first, I thought something was weird because it's like extra something.
Extra.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. Like, come
That was
on.
part of voicemail. That was part of his voice.
I was wondering what the hell that was, dude.
Yeah,
Like, Jesus.
yeah. Sometimes you got to get a flush in there. I don't know what that was, but that was...
He's doing a bit.
Okay, well, his bit sucked.
That was not a good bit. Yeah, that was not a good.
Sorry, I gotta be the Simon Cowell, man. That was just awful. That's
You're not going to Hollywood.
Yes, you
No.
didn't make it.
Yes,
I
I'm sorry.
apologize.
My apologies in advance. That's great.
Do we have a good voicemail?
Yeah, do we have a good one?
Here we've also got Luca on deck.
Oh, thank God.
Luca, save us, Luca.
Please.
What's up, Mooch Crap J-Dubs? How's it going, guys? Luca here. I'm listening to Xbox Nation right now, and hearing you guys tear apart Kingdom Hearts. It's heartbreaking. Not that I really care, but I just gotta say, the whole petition thing, I found that hilarious and sad, and pretty pathetic, actually. It's like all these people have that much free time. It's summer, it's slow. People are just gonna make up whatever the fuck to keep themselves entertained, which I don't blame them for that. I don't, but hearing that people were actually petitioning to keep it off the Xbox, I was like, why? But like, why though? Like, what's the point of any of that? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me, you know? But a lot of things that people do on the internet doesn't make any sense to me. I took a break from Twitter for a little bit. Like, I've been on and off. I'm trying to not be as active as I usually am because, as much as I love putting people in their place, it's hard sometimes dealing with the stupidity. And there's only so much I can take before I'm like, listen, I should probably take a little time off. But anyway, guys, I just want to say I don't think Kingdom Hearts is going to do well on the Xbox. It's been a very long time since the last proper iteration of the game. They've had several spin-offs on the DS, and I think there was one on the PSP, and I just don't think it's going to do well. I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. There's been like 24 games. Like, okay, obviously hyperbole, but I don't think it's going to do well on the Xbox. From what I've seen so far, there are a lot of Xbox fans who have not played these games and probably just aren't interested in it. Which is chill. But to everyone I saw making fun of Kingdom Hearts, but praising Sea of Thieves, I mean, I'm just saying they both look cartoony as fuck. I'm just saying. Okay. Anyway, guys, I will talk about later. This is long. People are going to complain, but no one cares about your complaints, so get over it. And I'll talk to you guys later, okay? Bye.
That was great.
Hey, after the last voicemail, nobody's going to complain about that.
Luca, that was fantastic. Luca, we had Luca on Crossfire, and she kind of got a chance to voice her opinion about the whole Kingdom Hearts thing. And maybe I got to go back and listen to Xbox Nation because she was saying that we were. I don't remember saying I'm down on it just because of the cartoony thing. And I'm also not, to her credit, I'm also not fully on board with Sea of Thieves. I think I've said that a number of weeks. Everyone knows that about me. I'm not saying I'm anti-Sea of Thieves, and I'm not anti-Kingdom Hearts. What I don't understand about Kingdom Hearts is the enthusiasm and that ridiculous fan base that is so like, keep it off the Xbox, keep it off billboards. It's just for me and my family. And I don't understand that. It seems kind of a little, like it seems like more of a kid. When people say to me, they're always like, Mooch, what you have to understand is it's Final Fantasy, but with Disney. That's kind of like when somebody made like a game that they made an idolized, like Plants vs. Zombies, right? Plants vs. Zombies is a great game. Yeah. It's a great game, but it's really just it's a play for younger audiences on the shooter games we play. Would you agree with that crap? Do you see what I'm saying? The analogy I'm making, and it just seems like if you're going to take Final Fantasy and then make it with Disney characters, you're making a realistically like type of JRPG into more kid friendly, and that's the way I've always taken it. It's the Plants vs. Zombies version of JRPGs. And I don't know, maybe I'm seeing that wrong. It's not a bash by no means. I just don't see the fan base that's so into it that you know they're so hostile about it. That's the only question I had about it.
Yeah. You know, as far as Kingdom Hearts, I feel like I'm glad that it's there just so that it's a less of so it's not an exclusive for Sony because it would just be added to the list. I don't feel like it's going to be a big seller on either platform. It might be in like Japan for the PlayStation 4, but I don't feel like Xbox fans specifically are going to go rush out and buy this game, mainly because they didn't bother to give us any of the remasters. I mean, you put out remasters this gen of the earlier games so people know what the hell is going on, and then you don't bother to put it on Xbox. Like, to me, that baffles my mind. You would have a better chance of selling those games on Xbox if we knew what the hell was going on. You know? So
yeah,
I just wish that they would have done that, because to me it doesn't make any sense. And as for petitions to keep a game off Xbox, that's just sad and just goes to show you how the PlayStation fan base is. Because the petition wasn't to keep it off Xbox and Nintendo. It was to keep it just off Xbox and keep it exclusive on Nintendo and PlayStation. So, yeah, that just goes to show you how petty some of these people are.
Yes.
And it is very frustrating to see that kind of stuff, because it makes us all look bad when we see shit like that.
Right.
We all look like idiots. So, yeah, absolutely.
No, I agree. I totally
How
agree.
can Kingdom Hearts always sell well? There's been like a million of them, like the DS ones, and like nobody even knows what's going on in a Kingdom Hearts game. You know, sorry, but I don't think that they have sold particularly well. There's not really a way to check because there's no legit numbers because VG Charts is wrong. But other than that, what can you do?
I think, you know, Lucas still makes a really good point. I'm switching back and forth. We're going back and forth, but it's still Kingdom Hearts related. Like, you know, she's saying, I don't understand the hype for the Sea of Thieves. And Luca, maybe me and you have the same feelings on that. Like, Crap knows that. I'm definitely going to try, and I will be purchasing and backing up Rare, because I don't want another. I think Rare has tremendous talent. I don't know if this is going to be their claim to fame, but I do think that they have tremendous talent. So I want to support them. But I don't know if this is going to be the game that they hope it's going to be. I hope it really is. I really truly do. It's definitely something different. But Luca does make a point. It does have to. It's going to have to do something in its very, very first month out, not DLC. Very first month out, to let people know that this isn't just for kids. That this is more, team-based, quest-based, much like like a Destiny MMO style type of game.
I think it's going to be rated T. I mean, you get drunk
That's
in
fine.
the game.
That's fine. T's fine. I mean, it doesn't have to be M for mature. I mean, the game has to be for mature play. Like, it has to get mature people, like older people, into it.
Yeah. Hey, congrats, Jonathan Hampton. You won the Pony Prize.
What is the Pony Prize?
The Pony Prize is actually it's the Mega Man Legacy Collection.
Wow.
On Xbox One. So yeah, that's a pretty damn cool prize. Yeah, congratulations.
Very nice.
Yeah, that is a cool thing to get on Xbox One. So it always pays to see the pony and then call in MC Space Mornings to kind of get those cool prizes, because we always got different things going on. So yeah, just congrats to him for seeing that and calling in. J-Dubs, who do we got on deck?
So we've got an old caller here. He's got a new name. But like I said, it's a new name. Sorry, he's an old caller with a new name, but same great taste.
Nice.
Okay. Hey, what's up, Mooch and Crap? It's Gamertag Tweezy2192 on Xbox Live, but I wanted to call and talk to you guys about, ask you guys anyways, about that TV you guys have been talking about, the TCL that you've been mentioning on all the different podcasts you guys are on. Well, I decided to go down and jump from the 1080p club to the 4K club, and I picked one up. You know, using Mooch's logic, I decided that $500, $600 for a TV is not that much. And at the end of the day, in a few years, if the new HDMI ports with VSync or whatever they're going to have come out, it's not too big of a hit to the wallet to go grab one of those. So, super cheap TV. I plugged this thing in, and I got an Xbox One S. And I got to tell you guys, it was unreal. The difference in clarity, the colors, the TV is extremely smooth. I don't notice any hiccups. There's no issues with motion on it. And, I got to say, this TV is going to hold me over for several years. I can guarantee it. I'm ready for Xbox One X now, and the YouTube reviews of games that we see, and that stuff without HDR, it's just not a true depiction of what the game actually looks like on a capable set. I mean, I went through every game I have: Forza Horizon, Gears of War 4, even the Quantum Break, even the games that aren't HDR. They still have more color to them. They still look better. The games that are HDR, holy cow! I mean, even the shading, the lighting, the textures, everything just pops more. It's more vibrant. I don't think these games are portrayed accurately, is the point I'm trying to get across. Without being able to view HDR and stuff on YouTube and see the pure clarity in 4K, I mean, you can't even do these comparisons that they do on there. It just doesn't make any sense. All right, guys, great show, man. I always listen. I'm always around, even if I'm not in the chat and that. So keep up the good work, man. You guys got a lot of fans out there. Appreciate it. Bye.
That's awesome. Great call.
Yeah, you know what? Hey, thanks for calling in with that, too, because a lot of people were asking us about this TV, which it's bigger than the one that I game on, so I was actually thinking about picking that up myself.
There you go, Crap.
Yeah, just to, and I was going to probably review it, too, but that's awesome. Like, I tell you what, like, the HDR stuff, once you game in that, it's a totally different ball game,
you said that to me, Crap, but I've been playing a lot of games recently, and everyone has made a comment. Sajibot's made the comment. A couple people, when I played, they're like, dude, let me tell you something. They're like, I think the HDR is trumping the 4K, because the colors explode. And I'm like, really? And I'm like, damn it, because I do have a 4K TV, but it was before HDR. And I have not gotten to experience that HDR yet. So I'm jonesing for this fall to get here, because I will have an HDR 4K. Listen, I'm holding out for the OLED, folks. I understand people are like, no, Mooch, don't get the OLED. Listen, the new OLEDs are down to 21 ms in the input lag category, and that's definitely legit. Like, I'm not doing any kind of Evo, big time, gaming.
Mortal Kombat.
Hey,
we're 13 likes away from doing the top 10. I just want to remind you guys, and it's a pretty damn good top 10.
Because it's a great top 10. It definitely fits with this.
Oh, so you want something new from 343? Then you're gonna like my top 10. No, but that TV, like 55 inch, like originally, like, because mine's smaller. I have a KS9 or 8000, but mine's smaller than 55. So, because originally I was like, I don't really want something bulky, because if I play multiplayer, I'm used to something a little bit smaller, and
I don't get that mentality. I do understand. I do get it, but I mean, if you're sitting further back, Crap, like, I mean, most people that are putting a 65 or 70-inch TV in their living room, they're still sitting 10 feet back on their couch. Like, the peripheral vision still hits all corners. You're talking about if, like, you're sitting up, like, nose to TV, then you're right. 65 inches is a bit much, because you have to turn your head to look up in the corner. But if you're sitting back, I don't know. I'm from the era where I like to sit on my couch, put my feet up, game. It's why I buy all of my headsets wirelessly. I don't like even the dongle to go from between the controller to the headset. I like being wireless. In between matches, I put my controller down. I just have my headset on. Freedom to move around the living room. I just like that. That's what's so exciting and enjoyable about console gaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree 100%. As we cruise past that 275.
Oh, is it time, Crap? It is time.
Yeah, it is time for the top 10. Are we able to boot that top 10 up there, J-Dubs?
Already.
J-Dubs and studio mode.
Oh,
presentation. Pardon me. I mean,
yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoy.
Enjoy, folks.
Hey, welcome to MNC Morning's Top 10 Countdown. Today is the top 10 things Microsoft could do to finally please all Xbox fans. Let's see if these could come true. Number 10, buy every television network and run 24-hour-a-day Xbox advertisements. Then people would finally be happy.
That's totally within their reach, Crap.
Yes.
Number 9, do a closed room interview with fans and YouTubers to be able to get your finger on the pulse of not only the must-have features, but what the general consensus is of their platform at the street level.
Yeah, that probably would be nice.
Let's get the word on the street, Crap.
Yes.
Let them know that. Let them know.
Number 8, release new IP, but not the new IP they've already released this generation that went on bought. Different new IP.
I think number 7 is actually going to blend in with your number 8. Number 7, buy an award-winning and proven IP development team. Buy a Naughty Dog, a BioWare, a CD Projekt Red type of developer, and let them create and produce a masterpiece that is exclusive to the Xbox One and PC only. That means only Xbox One and PC. Thank you.
That probably would work out pretty well.
Yeah, it can't hurt.
Number 6, have 343 Industries make something besides Halo, but have them make Halo as well. And while we're at it, have the Coalition make something besides Gears. But you got to have them make Gears as well, too. So, you know, people just want everything. And then Microsoft will make everybody happy.
I got an idea. Just hire more people for those 2 companies.
That might work. Who knew?
I know, right? Genius. Number 5, stop changing your UI every 6 months. I love the new changes, but most casuals don't want to come home to a new UI every 10th time they turn on their Xbox. It gets annoying to relearn where everything is and how the new UI operates.
Number 4, sell the Xbox One X for $99. Sell all Xbox One X games for $1.99. Have no paid DLC, no microtransaction, and no fee to play Xbox Live. That'll win some people over.
Yeah, now, but they still have to do something to compete with PS Now. I love it. Number 3, do a mid-year Xbox show similar to PSX. I understand you won't be showing new material, but sometimes a small surprise with progression of game footage of a game you know is coming soon enough is enough to give the fans and media a pep rally in your corner. Keeps Xbox the buzzword all year long.
That would help. That'd be great.
Outstanding. I don't understand. Why isn't anyone else coming up with these crap?
I don't know. They're not mooching crap. That's why.
That's true. That's true.
Number 2, make every game look like The Last of Us, since that's obviously what Sony does, and everybody compares every game ever to The Last of Us.
You are correct, sir.
And number 1, stop praising other gaming platforms. I completely understand why they're doing what they're doing, but it's clearly hurting their brand. Be proud of your company and let the gaming media be the ones to push the Kumbaya mantra, not you.
And there's the top 10 countdown this week. If you guys have an idea for a top 10 countdown, send in the J-Dubs and he'll pass them on to us, and we might even do them and give you a shout out. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Out.
That was a good list.
It's a great list.
And
That's good.
That was late as hell.
I know. I did that on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah, like you wrote out. I typed that into the chat, right? Like he wrote out your entire thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It well, I did. I write. Yeah. I'm glad Jay started asking for us to do that, because that was a lot for Jay to actually listen to and jot everything down. So it's just much better to put it in text. No, those are great ideas. I mean, some of them are us being comical, but some of them are just like things that Microsoft should actually. You ever like go to a big board meeting and sometimes they have like they're like, here's our top 10, and some of the stuff is comical, but it kind of hits home. And I think that's what me and Crap are trying to do. You know, we're trying to just say to the Microsoft staff, guys, you're not way off. You're just a little off in certain categories that I think those small, you know, when you get your house done, there's a few people like Wasted Rage on Twitter and a few other people. When you get your house done and you're showing this and that, it's the small details sometimes that make the whole project come together. You've got everything, all the big boy stuff is all in there. You've taken care of all the big requests. But now all the small things that tie the big things together, that's where you're missing it. That's where you're missing it. You're missing a little bit of the marketing. You're missing the fact that, yes, we understand that gamers are games, games are gamers. We get all that. It's great. And we're not telling you that you personally have to change the way that you play games as a staffer. But you do have to change the way you think as a business person. And if you don't believe me, you go, Mooch, how do you know? How can you tell me that? Well, I don't know. Look at the NPD. You know what I mean? Like, don't look at me. Look at sales. And it just shows that you're not. There's still something you're just missing. And I think that if some people would take some of those top 10s to heart and just realize what they're doing, I think the Xbox brand is something that can step on the gas and really take off from November moving forward.
I agree 100%. And I look forward to do that as well. I'm not going to be like all doom and gloom.
No, not at all.
If it doesn't, but you know, I do expect them to do extremely well. I expect them to really have a fantastic ad campaign and marketing campaign for the Xbox One X as well. and hopefully it's going to kick off really soon. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. Who do we got on deck, J-Dubs?
Yes, who is on deck?
We have Hamwich.
Ooh, Hamwich.
He's very delicious.
Yes, Hamwich.
There you go, Hamwich.
Morning, guys. It's Hamwich calling in again. So I just got a quick question about some stuff I've been seeing on Twitter. I've been seeing a lot of people from the Microsoft camp putting out a lot of stuff on PUBG. So here's my big question. I don't understand why we're not locking it down as a exclusive, because sure, like, the game is already a big, massive hit, and just bringing it to the Xbox is going to make it even to me a bigger hit. And I think it would be a big draw to the console platform for people that were in maybe the Xbox camp previously, and then now they switched up to PlayStation or whatever. I feel like that game could bring them back to our side of things. So just let me know what you guys think. Do you think that's a big enough draw? Do you think that game would bring back other people that used to be on the Xbox, or bring in maybe even new people? I don't know. So yeah, just let me know what you think, and just want to let you know those awesome comments you got from my last week's call about the sandwich is a sandwich, but the Hamwich is a gamer. It's pretty funny. I did have to go check myself and listen to some Easy Like Sunday Morning. So thanks for that, guys. And,
it's Easy Like Sunday morning. That's great. I don't know, Crap, if it was my internet that botched
I didn't
out.
hear the game.
I didn't hear what he said there
about.
for a second. I kind of lost him completely. I know that, just to keep Hamwich as the subject line, though, he had talked about that he's in the class to get an OLED, and he's going to get a TV soon. I think Hamwich is onto something there, but I didn't hear what he said for the game, Jay. I don't know if was that the recording that was a mess up, or just my internet. It could have been my internet had
I didn't hear it either.
A blip.
Maybe it was low. It came through clear on my end, but maybe
then it was a me.
Did you hear what the game was? Oh, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying in the chat. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is going to be huge for Xbox. That's a game that everybody's talking about. It's already it's only been out on PC for a little bit, and it's already been what's it at? 5 million? They say 6 million, and it's not even like fully released yet. Yeah. So I think it's going to be huge. Mikey Barrow is really pushing that game a lot right now. Everybody wants to play it, that winner chicken dinner type thing. I think it's going to be huge for Xbox. Even it's one of those things, like, even if it does eventually come to the PlayStation 4 in a year or whatever, who cares?
Right. Right.
So I think that's interesting. So also Armored Reaper, he says read an article saying Microsoft haven't made any meaningful investment in first party so far. That's untrue. They've actually there's multiple LinkedIn accounts that have proven that they are working on multiple new games, including they're hiring somebody to work on a Horizon Zero Dawn type game. So that's a fallacy. They're redoing Fable game. They've got multiple games coming. So I don't think we have to worry about them investing in new IP. Phil Spencer has said that they are, and so they are. I mean, I'm gonna take his word for it. 100%.
Yeah, I agree. There's definitely something in the works going on. So whoever
they've got to be. You know what I mean? Just because we don't know 100% of the things doesn't mean that it's not happening. So I think it'll be good. So we got something special on deck, huh, J-Dubs?
Yeah, there's a live satellite feed that's coming through.
All right,
let's put that feed through then.
Let's put it through.
Yeah.
Greetings, Mooch. Greetings, Crapgamer, and all you people in chat. This is Yoshida, coming to you from Sony Studios. Out there with all my peasants that buy my PS4 Pro. I'm a genius. Sean Murray is a genius. He's in my house right back there, if you can see him. I hide him at Sony Studio. I have a couple questions for you, but first, Yoshida wants to play picture pages. If you can guess what this is, Yoshida will take away $520. Guess what this is? Oh. Pro.
It's a Pro.
My Sony PS4 Pro. Now let me explain why I'm doing this real quick, then I'll get the heck out of here. I have 3 layers, so you draw 3.
How do you draw 3?
Layers. Cameraman. 3 layers. That means let me erase this PS4 Pro. That means we can do about 3K. Really? We can do about 3K. My question for you is, what is your game you are looking forward to the most this year? And what is the disappointing game? No. Okay. Goodbye, everybody from Sony Land. Bye out there, idiots, for buying my console. Okay. Yoshida says.
Was that a motorboat at the end?
You're listening to MNC in the Mornings. As always, remember, you can't take anything they say seriously. It's just jokes. Jokes performed by YouTube professionals, and usually the joke's on them.
That was one of my favorite Yoshida skits I've ever seen.
That was hilarious.
Well done. Well done. That was very good. Wow.
Woo! Man.
That was worth every second.
Yes. 3.
In case anyone didn't pick up on that, that was Yoshida on PSVR, right? That was virtual Yoshida. Yeah.
He's virtual Yoshida. So yeah, he's
advertising on Mooch and Crap in the morning.
Yeah, with the PS4 Pro. So I mean, we got that going for us, and I can't wait for that. That's gonna be, I mean, absolutely huge. I almost want to give him the prize just because that was an awesome call.
Fantastic.
Man, that was a really good call.
Let's hit up another caller. We do have a few left.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get another one in. Who do we got, J-Dubs?
We've got Gold Lion X23.
Oh, good.
Mooch, Crap, J-Dubs. What's up? It's Gold Line X23. Look, just wondering, when I watch like Crap's video, Thieves video, any Xbox related YouTuber, they always advertise a Sony, either God of War, Spider-Man, Horizon Zero Dawn, whatever, in front of your video before it pops up there. Does that bother you guys? Or do you guys see some ad revenue off that those commercials? Anyway, that's my question. Guys, have a good day. Keep up the good work. I'll holla. Bye.
That is a good question, Crap, because every time we have any of our videos or anything like that, it's always a Sony ad that generally goes before. Every once in a while, you'll see an Xbox one. Is that done deliberate? Because they know we have an Xbox
it depends.
crowd?
It depends. Like they'll try to match it up based on like the tags and stuff.
Okay.
So if you do gaming tags, they'll usually do gaming. So it just depends on who's actually doing that. So that's how that works. To me, like gaming stuff, people that come to our channels are there for games anyway. So seeing gaming commercials to me just makes sense. Like they're probably gonna, it's gonna interest them. So I have no problem with it. Show Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, whatever. It doesn't matter. Gaming. As far as I'm concerned with the ads.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree. I think that, but I've noticed that is a trend. So that's a good question by the caller.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a good call though, for sure. Mm-hmm. What else we got left? J-Dubs, who else?
So we got 2 left, and we've got Brandon. I'm going to warn you guys, this is a long one, but it's not. I don't think it's one you're going to want to.
Okay,
let's hear it.
Well, I'll trust you.
What's up, Crap? What's up, Mooch? And what's up, J-Dubs? Hope you guys have had a great week. J-Dubs, I realized I forgot to say what's up last time I called in. Here's an extra what's up to make up for it. I'm Canadian, so, by law, I'm required to apologize. So, sorry, eh? Also, Crap, I wanted to say that I really like the new intro that you have playing right now. It feels really professional. But anyway, moving on, I wanted to add something on to what I said last time I called in regarding Phil continuing on with the Xbox One brand instead of just starting a new next gen. And that is, I think it was also smart of Phil to revamp and rebuild the live services before going ahead and releasing the X. Features like booking for group, Game Pass, more games with gold, digital gift giving, being able to change your gamer tag, and backwards compatibility. All of these things, most new, are making Xbox look great as it is right now. But then when the X does drop, adding all that power to the mix, you know, things are going to really start to become clear for gamers as to what a gaming service should actually be. And Xbox is paving the way, I think, for this new gaming ideal. So, and, you know, Phil has touched on that himself a few times as well. But instead of Phil rushing to get a new console out on the market, he focused on rebuilding the faith of the Xbox team to then in turn rebuild Xbox as a service. And now we're at the precipice of getting this new console with all this incredible power added to all these amazing features. You know, there really is no better time to be an Xbox gamer. And, you know, I don't want to sound like a dick, but what is PlayStation doing? I mean, does PlayStation go out of their way to ensure that their gamers are satisfied in like comparison to any of the things that I just stated? With Phil at the helm, Xbox has really become a company that cares about its consumers. And I mean, I get that a business is a business, but as we're currently seeing from Phil, a business can in fact be consumer and gamer friendly and still be a business. You know, it is possible. So anyway, moving on to my question for this week, also kind of looking back again to what I said last time I called in, I'm just interested to know what your definition of a fanboy actually is. In my opinion, a fanboy is someone who supports something blindly and or without question. For example, say you legitimately don't like backwards compatibility for whatever reason. Being a fanboy, you're going to go tell everyone that you talk to that you do like it and that it is a good thing, even though secretly you actually don't like it. Or say there's a couple games that you really want to try on Xbox, but you refuse to go buy an Xbox because you only want to support PlayStation. That is being a fanboy. Not allowing yourself to go play on another platform because of some misinterpreted sense of brand loyalty, that is being a fanboy. And you said it last week too, Crap. That's fanaticism, you know, if not bordering on it. And so that's why, in my opinion, Crap, you're not a fanboy. I mean, you play on PlayStation, the games that interest you, but you're just a massive Xbox fan and prefer to game on Xbox. I just see you as being frustrated that no paid media sites are covering Xbox-related news the way they should be. Like, it shouldn't be up to you guys to have to do all this. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm glad that you do, but I mean, it's not your job. Other people are getting paid to talk about Xbox. They're getting money to cover video game and or Xbox-related news that will be seen by so many other people. But, you know, they're not doing their jobs. So anyway, that's it for me. Rant over for this week. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys. Take care.
That was a good call. It was. Yeah. Like for me, fanboys is people that can't really accept anything's wrong with their platform whatsoever, right? Like Omazio from BGST, that dude's like an ultimate fanboy. He just like whenever if you're just like, hey, I like backwards compatibility, I wish Sony did it, and then he says something along the lines of, nobody wants to play old games. I didn't get this to play old games. I mean, that's immediately fanboys. The right thing to say would be, yeah, you know, it is unfortunate that Sony doesn't allow that. I wish they would. It sucks. Right. You know, like that to me is like for me, I can sit there and go, you know, I wish Xbox did this, or I wish that, like, I have no problems doing that. Fanboys, they're the ones that will absolutely will not say anything is wrong with their platform ever.
Right. No, I totally agree. I think that, you know, the only thing is that I didn't write it down. So Brendan's one comment was, you know, if you don't like back compat, but you say you do, I think that was a good example, but that could be interpreted either way. I mean, long story short is, I mean, I think like back compat, for example, I don't use it all the time. I really don't. But I would definitely not want it on my console of preference, right? I mean, why not have that option? A lot of times I'm staying within my own city. Do I need navigation in the car? No, I know how to get around my own city. But do I? If they're like, well, that's okay, sir, we'll just take it out of the car. I'm like, no, leave it in there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want them to take that option out. So I know what he was trying to get to, but the back compat thing wasn't a clearer example. You know, I mean, as far as the fanboy thing goes, is what people don't understand is people can call Moochie Crap whatever they want. They can say whatever they want. We've been playing games for a long time. I definitely don't want Sony to go anywhere. I don't want Microsoft to go anywhere, and I definitely don't want Nintendo to go anywhere. I want them to do what they're doing. Competition is good. But the one thing that Mooch and Crap actually got started on, and the reason we're actually here, is because the mass media in gaming, like Brandon was saying, they don't cover Xbox. And when they do, it's like the split second, the fix on IGN. It's like the 40-second edition. Today on Xbox, so-and-so came out and this and that. Now back to Sony. And you're like, all right, what? Did I blink or did I sneeze? And it's gone. So, I mean, there's people who like the Xbox brand that want, like, listen, I live in New York. There's the Mets and there's the Yankees. The Yankees are definitely the New York team, okay? I'm a Met fan. And up until I think it was 2005, until SNY, Sports New York, came out, there was no pure New York Mets coverage. But I'm a Mets fan, so I used to have to listen to Yankee stuff all the way to like the last 3 minutes of any kind of sports coverage in New York to get to the Mets. And now I have a full 24-hour channel dedicated to the New York Mets. Now hear me out. What I'm saying is that you can tie this into gaming. We're all Xbox fans for the most part, and you have to listen to all this nonsense from a Sony fan. Sony. And then they even have the gall on IGN to have a podcast unlocked, which they say is an Xbox show that's more recently, because Destin's changed his tune, has been a little bit more Xbox, but
Yeah,
it's been negative Xbox coverage for years.
He's welcome to be our intern at any time.
Absolutely, yes.
So, yeah.
But, great call, Brandon, and thank you, actually. We do appreciate it. And that is why Mooch and Crap are here. We're here to actually just talk Xbox pros and cons.
Exactly.
In the gaming world.
Exactly, 100%.
Yeah.
And we have one more Skype call, or one more voicemail.
Yes.
And it's our old buddy, Def Jam.
Def Jam, bam.
Yes.
Yep. What's up, Mooch and Crap and Jay? How y'all doing today? What's going on with y'all? Hey man, I'm thinking when the Xbox X come out in November, I'm thinking it's gonna have a bigger launch than the Xbox One. What's your opinions on that? Because you figure everything is pretty much gonna be worldwide, so everybody's getting it. It's not gonna be like how when the Xbox One came out, only certain areas, certain places had it first. But yeah, let me know what your opinions on that. And Mooch, hey, you definitely got to bring back Mooch's gaming news.
Good point, bro.
Get back in rotation. Crap. As for you, don't do a video for 2 weeks. Just don't.
Take a week off. That's great.
Everybody in chat, hit that one just because. Y'all now tuned in to MSC Morning. Until next time. And no seagulls either. No seagulls.
I love it.
I do. I think that's
you know what I love
hilarious.
about Bam is we can get to his question in a second, but he's like, Mooch, we need more videos from you. And Crap, take 2 weeks off, please. Take a break.
I'd have a bunch of bewildered Xbox fans, man.
You
All
would.
they'd see is
You
a
would.
bunch of like
Yes.
negative shit. So
yes,
ain't no days like that happening.
Agreed. Agreed. Yeah.
What the hell was his question? I was like,
His question was, how do you think the Xbox One X is going to sell and compared to how the Xbox originally sold? I
oh,
believe.
you know what? I think it's gonna do well. Like you know how the PS4 Pro when it launched, it obviously it flopped a little bit.
Yeah.
Like they didn't announce any numbers or anything, and Sony loves to do that. I see the Xbox One X hitting well over 1 million on launch day. So I
Yes.
think
yes.
So I think
Did the
that
Pro do that crap?
No, the Pro didn't. The Pro has we don't even know what it's done, but I don't even know if it's done 1 million. You know,
I'm sure it's done 1 million. But
Maybe. Maybe.
not-
We don't-
You know, if I was a gambling man, and I'm not, I would definitely say that that's probably. I should say, but I do think you're right. I think Xbox is going to do the 1 million within the first 3 days. I would assume.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on it was on top of the wish list. I mean, you're going to get all the hardcore because anyone who's hardcore Xbox has been tired of the past 3 years. That's going to be the best money you ever spent just to shut the media up, isn't it, folks? I mean, like that's why I said go out there and if you're an Xbox fan, if you are, you are. If you're not, that's fine, then don't. But I mean, if you're an Xbox fan and you want to get a better resolution, better draw distances, better lighting effects, 4K assets, you want your games to start playing better, run smoother, run faster, shorter load times, go and support the X. You're telling Microsoft when you do that, you're telling them not only do I like I'm enjoying this console in my home, you're also telling them to keep the power crown. So that's just the way I feel.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're going to have the best performing versions of every game, and I think that's something that that a lot of people are really going to be interested in going forward. you know, I think that it's I'm excited for it. I think that it's going to do really well. Again, the worldwide launch is going to really what's going to help this thing out a lot. Not just being in 13 territories, but more than that. So I think that people have to keep that in mind as well, and that's going to be really a cool thing. Just going forward, I'm interested to see how they handle it. I really am. I think it's going to be a fun time to be an Xbox fan. I think we're going to have a lot to be happy about.
Absolutely.
So I know people are predicting doom and gloom, but it's not going to be that way. I think it's going to be fantastic, you know, and I'm excited for it. So
now we have the Wheel of Wonder this week, Crap, and it's a huge giveaway, isn't it?
yeah, we're giving away a year of EA access.
Yeah, that's massive.
Yeah,
I'm actually my EA access is expired, so I will be picking up an EA access. Probably, I think I'm going to pick it up in September, Crap, because a lot of the EA games I'm interested in are going to be this fall. So I'm just gonna, you know, I have a lot of the games that are already in the vault. So what I'll do is I'll just wait, because then I want to get my early access, my 10% off for games like Battlefront 2, etc. But
Yeah,
this is a huge giveaway for someone right
It
now.
is, and we're gonna go ahead, and we got a nice Wheel of Wonder, don't we, J-Dubs?
Certainly do.
Nice. Let's see. Oh, that is a thing of beauty. That's a cash Wheel of Wonder right there. It's fantastic.
That is. I mean, come on. Who doesn't want to win a fucking year of EA access? Compliments of who, J-Dubs?
This is from, I think, Tony Almeida?
Tony Almighty, yes.
Awesome supporter of the show.
Yes,
thank
you
so much.
Thank
And you know,
you
Crap,
so
we didn't do, before we spin the wheel, we should plug the Patreon and let everyone know how grateful we are to the people we've gotten in the past few weeks. And the Patreon's growing. It's growing every week, and we can't thank everyone
I
enough.
just wanted to say, like the Patreon link is down below. It helps us, or even if you don't want to support that, then, you know, if you have prizes to donate like this or whatever, that makes the show better as well. It always helps out. It makes, you know, the money helps us get the stuff that we need, like that awesome new phone that J-Dubs has.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you would like to see a better one, yeah.
If you want a better one, folks, it's just $1 and a dream, folks.
Yeah, hold
That's
on.
the
Let me shout out some of these great Patreon people,
Please.
because you too could be shouted out. Josha Z, Jackal, Delilah HD, of course, Justin B, Lethal Papa, as always, John S, Mark D, G-Man 209, Blunter Beetle, Longshot 316, Ethan, Seer Bliss, Killing Dan, Snoopy, Jazzy Noop, Xbox, Silent Bob X, Ooh Wee, Cliche as F, Michael C, Dirt Griggity. Thank you guys very, very much for all the support and everything that you guys do for us. It means a lot to us, and you guys can get on this list as well. And it really helps out. Like, honestly, it really does. It helps the show get better. It helps us get better equipment. It helps us stay on iTunes, which, by the way, go to iTunes and rate our stuff.
Yes, please.
Get there, like, rate, all that kind of good stuff, because that's what it's all about. Even if you don't listen to it all the way on iTunes, just go there and rate it. Get us bumped up in the rankings there. We'd love that from you guys.
It would be, how great would it be if you guys are all MNC fans to see the Greg Miller podcast and then MNC right below it, right above it, right around that area.
Yeah.
That is a huge thing. It's an old feather in the cap, but I'll tell you, it would be something really, really cool, and it would be your word getting out there.
Yep, it would be. You guys are the MNC army.
That's
so
right.
act like it. Get out there, show some love to the MNC Mornings crew. Get us liked, get us all that kind of good stuff. Like this video, watch our video, share it on every goddamn social network you can. I want to spread it like herpes. Uncheck, people. Let's get this shit out there. Let's go.
You are in command. This is your show, folks. Like I said, if
is.
MNC grows, that's just more. That's more and more popularity for the people's voice, and you are running the show, folks.
Exactly. So
I have to apologize to Ham Tweezy. I think I misspelled his name on the wheel. It's 2192, not 2092. Sorry about
well,
that.
I'm sure that
if he wins, he'll still get the prize. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. James Canham in the chat says he'll be looking into getting into Patreon tonight.
Awesome.
James, thank you so much.
Hey, for $1 to dream, you're in for our once a month game raffle.
Yep.
So that's all. I mean, that's incredible as far as I'm
if you're
concerned.
playing your local state lotto and you're putting $1 a week into that, this is $1. You got a hell of a better chance winning something with MNC Mornings.
We should also stress that the game that they're winning is a AAA, and if it's not just a AAA, it's anything they want of that value.
It's whatever they want.
Yeah, if they want a year of Xbox Live, a year of PlayStation
$60
Plus,
value.
Yeah, whatever the hell they want. So let's go ahead and spin it.
Spin it.
See who wins. Woo!
Look at that spin.
Man, he put some oomph in that one.
Yeah, this is better than anything I've ever seen on Price is Right.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop.
I'll have to get that Price is Right music in the background.
I'd love to get something very similar to that. Oh, look at that!
Boop. Okay. Okay. Space Cat wins a year of EA access.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, Space Cat.
That is
Congratulations,
awesome.
bro.
Yeah, congrats.
It's been a while, you know. He said, "Look at right there. I love the first person in the chat. Rigged. That's awesome. I love it. I'll say the same thing. If it was rigged, this would be 17 names on it, and it would all be Mooch.
Yeah, Mooch is the biggest Mooch ever.
Such a Mooch. It's great. It is. Space Cat, though, great to have that gentleman win. He dedicated. I think Space Cat has been with us since the first few weeks of MNC Mornings as a call-in. So always good to see a dedicated listener win.
You know what we should end with, Jay? We should end with let's see. What's a good one?
What about Roach Coach?
Hey, we can end with Roach Coach right into the outro, right?
Yeah,
I mean that would be great. We thank you guys for coming out and supporting us. Hit that like button, share all of our shit. Get out there, support the MNC Army. You guys are great. We really appreciate it. Have a great weekend.
Yes. Enjoy your weekend, guys, and thank you.
Without the oops.
Yes, without the oops.
We here at Sony are constantly looking for ways to stay afloat, whether it be selling off office buildings, closing down entire divisions, or loaning our superhero characters to much more talented movie studios so they can actually make good movies with them. So naturally, when we learned that Roaches love the PS4, we thought of a way to capitalize and cash in on this. Introducing the PS4 Roach Coach. I know what you're thinking. Isn't this just a regular PS4? And no, idiot, you'd be wrong. This is the PS4 Pro. We needed something that could put off enough heat to fry roaches completely. Setup is easy and simple. Plug your PS4 Roach Coach in, set it on your entertainment center, turn it on, and voila! Roaches are instantly attracted to the PS4 due to the large fence. Roaches check in, but they don't check out. Pick yours up today for the low price of $399.99. There's only one Roach Coach, made by Sony.